About 8 o'clock in the morning, actually working on works time for a change, so got to change some of these bulkhead lights because they're now failing the 3-hour test that's supposed to last on battery power. Power's still on at the moment. Very straightforward to do these, normally just live neutral and earth. Sometimes you get 2 sets of wires, but most of the time it should just be the 1 set. So, simple job to do. I'll just go shut the power off. So with these you get the test switches inside, so you see that's off at the moment, so that shuts the power off, so that thing's jumping onto battery power now. See, that's now come on. So, the light's on, so now the power's off, but always best to double check. So these light fittings, the emergency bulkhead lights, in the event of a power cut, they are supposed to last 3 hours. I think once a year, I think it is, that test is done. And at the moment, these ones are failing that test, so that's why it's being changed over. You also have the option, if you want to, which I'm doing with some of these because they're out the back where it's quite dark, you can set them to actually stay on all the time, which we're doing around here because we've had some of the big security lights fail. So to say, normally it's only a live neutral and earth, so very simple to do, not a big job at all. That's the old fitting off the wall. So these ones, you got a big nut in the middle and a couple of screws is all that's holding them on. And it's getting swapped for a modern 6-watt LED one. So these are nice and simple, just little latches here to open it up. You see the difference in the technology now from how much it changes. Look how compact the board is in there, and just 3 AA batteries I think they are, compared to how bulky the old system is. Components much bigger and larger batteries. So when you're buying these, you have the option, you have them called maintained, or you can get one that just says non-maintained. Maintained means your light permanently on. Non-maintained, it only comes on in a power cut. So you're better off getting these ones where you've got the option of both. So you can either make this maintained or non-maintained. So if you want it on permanently, you just leave this little link wire in, that would be the permanent feed in there, and then it's coming across to this connection which makes the light stay on. If you only want it to work in an emergency, then you would just remove this little link wire. So it's good to have the option. So where I'm putting these, I've done 2 the last couple of days, and this is the 3rd one, and we are keeping the power on because some of the security lights around there have failed, and unfortunately they're on posts that are probably a good 20 odd foot in the air, so it's not like something we can do instantly, and these do actually knock out a fair amount of light for what they are. So very simple to change, just a live neutral and earth wire. Obviously just make sure you've turned the power supply off before you mess with it. So I shall just sit this on top of the old one, and I'll mark up where the holes are to make sure I don't have to mess about re-drilling holes or anything. One thing to watch when you do these, they come, I suppose, to stop the batteries running down, must come with a degree of charges. The cable from the batteries comes disconnected, so just got a little point there to plug that into. And that's it, well about ready to go on the wall. So I've just done this centre hole, so I'll just mark up the screw holes and I'll go stick it on. Right, that's fitted on the wall, so just a case of putting the wires in now. Can't really film that, lead them up a ladder. So it looks a decent quality fitting. The only thing I'd say against it is the actual holes for getting your wires in aren't particularly big. Could do being a little bit bulkier, but I'll get it wired up and then I'll show you it working. Alright, that's us all wired up now, so that's it. Very straightforward job. Definitely a little bit bloody small, the holes for the wires on this. Could definitely do with being a little bit bigger. So very simple job. Not one I would say you have to call an electrician in for. 3 wires and just match up the holes for the cable to come through and have where it's mounted to the wall. So I'll get the lid on and we'll give it a test run. And there we go, all working. So that's the third one I've done round the back end of the school, say due to one they did need replacing. They did fail the last test they had, but also the fact that we've had some security lights fail around here. We've had them as set to permanently on, which say over night time they do knock out quite a bit of light for a 6-watt air fitting. You normally get them to come in 3 or 6, so if it was indoors you'd probably just go for the 3 watts. But so another very straightforward job. 3 wires basically and drill a couple of holes. You definitely don't need to be parting with coughing up for an electrician for something so simple. Alright, catch you on the next one. And the reason it's so dark round here is because we've got 2 sets of these have failed. We've got 3 of these lamp posts with 2 big floodlights on them, and they're both packed up just recently. So it's rather dark round the rear car park. So there's the other one I did the other day, working nicely. And another one there. And the last one we've just done. So I've got 2 more to do around the front of this block, but we'll probably just have them as only working in an emergency because it's light enough around there. Right, end of video. Hope it's of some help to you.